I am your host, Debbie, here to help you get in the know about Waco.
This episode, I'm going to be talking about an event happening this Saturday, and I have a special guest in the studio. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
How you doing? My name is Justin Hobbs. I am with an organization called No Limitations, and I'm also an American Ninja Warrior. My alias is the Track Ninja, and we're bringing an American Ninja Warrior style course to Waco, Texas to benefit a fundraiser for No Limitations.
Wow, and what brought you to Waco, or are you a Waco native?
I'm indeed a Waco native. I'm from the huge metropolis of Lorena, Texas, which is just south of Waco, I guess. Grew up, my grandparents, my great-grandparents, they all grew up in Waco. I got my mom sitting here to my left.
Hi, Mom.
Say hi, Vicky. So I'm from Waco originally. My parents still live here, grandparents still live here, and now my sister and brother-in-law moved back a couple years ago with my little nephew, who is a part of No Limitations. So that's why I am here.
Tell me a little bit about this event that you're doing this weekend.
So first off, I'll kind of explain a little bit about No Limitations. So No Limitations is a special needs athletic league here in Waco that puts on events for all adaptives and special needs in the community of Waco. It's completely free to all of the members that choose to join. And with that, of course, they take donations, fundraisers, things like that. A beautiful, beautiful community that they have there for these kiddos and giving them an opportunity to participate in events that, obviously they might not normally have the opportunity to do so in. And so No Limitations is great. My nephew's been a part of it now for 2 years, and I think it's from the ages of 3 or 4, and then you can't age out of it. You can participate as long as you would like. And so that's kind of what got me into this first off, and they always have fundraisers, and so I took this to them, and this idea of bringing an American Ninja Warrior style obstacle course to it.
Yeah, and I know that No Limitations was founded in 2014. So how has it evolved over these past couple of years?
Well, it's just grown so much in support as people have kind of seen the good work that they do, and more backers and corporate sponsorships and things like that really do help. Because, like I said, it's completely free to all the kiddos that choose to compete, but they also give them uniforms. Of course, they get, facilities to rent and equipment, things like that. And so as they've gotten more sponsorship, it's just grown in members. And as they've grown in members and sponsorship, people see the good works that they do for these kiddos. And so people want to be a part of helping people out in the community of Waco. And it's been a cool thing to see it grow.
Yeah, and you guys do team sports by season, correct?
Yes, ma'am, that's correct. So we'll do flag football. Then we'll progress more soccer, and they have cheerleading for anybody that wants to participate in cheerleading. And they've started recently this last spring t-ball and baseball being a spring sport. They've started that up this year, I think, for the first year, and they're still seeing how they can grow with more sports.
Yeah, so how did the Ninja Warrior aspect come in?
So I was on the show in 2018 and also in 2019 in season 10 and season 11. And so I'm still in the community. I still go out and test the show. I wasn't casted this year for the show, but I was called to come test for the contestants that will be competing. And what we do is we test the course for those guys to make sure the obstacles are all dialed in. So because I get to do those things, I'm still really involved in the community of the show American Ninja Warrior and all those guys that it's a kind of its own little fun community. We all know each other. And so I just had this idea. A good friend of mine named Jared Greer, he has a ministry called Overcoming Obstacles where he has a huge mobile course, warped wall, salmon ladder, all the ninja fun obstacles you see on TV, kind of mimicking those obstacles. And so I brought it to him and I asked him, I said, well, what do you think about doing a fundraiser for this No Limitations League? And he was all about it. He just lives in South Fort Worth, and so took it to them, and they approved of it. And so just the community that we have in American Ninja Warrior is a very, very supportive community, a very encouraging community. And it really encompasses all of the things that No Limitations stands for, encouragement and opportunity and kind of overcoming obstacles, to so to speak, the Ninja Warrior obstacles and overcome the No Limitations and all the obstacles they overcome with being able to contribute to and participate. So it just made sense to me to use the opportunities I've been given to get to know the network in American Ninja Warrior. And everyone loves American Ninja Warrior.
Of course.
It's so much fun. So I thought, Waco doesn't have anything American Ninja Warrior style. And they might have some obstacle style, setups in like the trampoline parks and things like that. Excuse me. So I thought, let's bring some real ninjas. Let's bring some real style ninja obstacles to Waco for the community of Waco. And then let's see if we can raise some support for No Limitations. So to me, it was a win-win all the way around.
Yeah, and I know you said you're bringing 10 ninjas and then also one of the season winners, correct?
So not a season winner,
Okay.
but I'm bringing some very, very
Thank you.
good all-stars.
Ooh.
One guy's named Karsten Williams. If you're a fan of the show, you know Karsten. He's been an 8-time all-star, and he's made it to Vegas, which is the Nationals, many times. And so he's coming. He's in Dallas. We train together, and he's a great guy. And he's all about stuff like this, giving back to the community. So he's coming. A couple other ninjas that are coming that I know what happens in the show, so I can't really tell you how they do.
Ooh.
Yeah, but know that they do very well this year. If you guys watched this past Monday, it aired, and the season premiere, one of the guys, Christian Yost, he's a young 15, 16-year-old coming up. He's coming, and just a handful of other ninjas. Like I said, about 10 of us are coming that have been on the show that you might recognize. So it's going to be awesome. You're going to get coached by real-life American Ninja Warriors.
Yeah, and that's this Saturday. At what time?
So it starts at 11:30 is the kind of check-in. Now, the No Limitations athletes are going to get to go at 10:30, just so that way they can participate in the course when it's not as busy, maybe not as overwhelming. And then we'll have registration at 10:30. Then we'll do the award ceremony for the No Limitations athletes. We'll do kind of a little talk. We'll do a demo with our ninjas for about 15 minutes. Then we'll open it up at 12:30 for general public to run the course till about 3. And if we have enough people come out, we'll keep that thing open until everybody's kind of had their chances to run as much as they want. So I'd say get there about 11:30, 12 o'clock. We'll kick off with the announcements and introductions and demos, and 12:30 we'll start playing.
Wow, that sounds amazing. I know you guys are doing like a VIP meet and greet too, right?
That is correct. So if you want to be a corporate sponsor and choose to buy kind of a little more elite package, of course, the funding goes direct to No Limitations. So we're trying to encourage a very kind of small, those Karstens and those guys that you see from the show, and all of us give a very special meet and greet, but also we're going to demo the course for you, and then we're going to coach you through the course privately after the general public kind of finishes up. So a little incentive if you want to do some team bonding and get to meet one-on-one ninjas and have them coach you. It's a little more incentive if you want to buy that VIP package there.
Yeah, and how much is it for the regular tickets?
So it starts off at $10 if you just want to come and sit down and watch your family participate. And then I think it goes up to $20 for actual participation within the obstacle course. And so you can come and you don't have to do anything. We won't give you too much of a hard time if you don't participate. But so $10 to $20 depending on what you want to do.
Yeah, that's so cool. And so tell me a little bit about how this all got started and how you got involved in being an American Ninja Warrior.
Yeah. So I've always been a fan of the show, and I was a college track and field coach at Tarleton State University. Coached there for about 5 years, and one of my friends, a young lady that was my athlete, she was running for me for a year, quit to focus on school. She got involved in American Ninja Warrior, became real close friends with her and her family and her now husband. Brittany Hanks Dovite and Tom Dovite, they've been on the show, got me on the show. They're like, you need to come do this, because they knew I loved it. Mm-hmm. And so they're the ones that kind of got me in, showed me the ropes, and then coached me up. So I was her coach, and then she became my coach.
Oh, wow. I love that story. It's crazy how things all go around Isn't like that.
It? Yeah.
And so you went to Texas Tech also. Tell me about going to Texas Tech. I'm also a Texas Tech alumna. So
Recum Tech.
Yes, guns up.
Yeah. So I got my master's degree. Undergraduate was at Tarleton, master's degree was at Texas Tech, and that's where I kind of started my coaching career at Texas Tech. And that's when I was there, graduated, went back to Tarleton, and then I actually went back to Lubbock after coaching at Tarleton. After coaching Brittany, went back to Lubbock area to coach at South Plains Junior College, where I then was on American Ninja Warrior. And so that was pretty cool to be able to be up there in Lubbock and back to my roots and get to be on the show as well. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, so tell me about some of the places that you got to visit due to American Ninja Warrior.
Yeah, so my first year of competing, it was in Dallas, which was cool. Dallas is my favorite city in Texas. Mm-hmm. So great city. I live there now, but that was my first year competing. Season 10, then season 11, I went to Oklahoma City. First time in Oklahoma City, and that was a really cool experience. Right in front of the Capitol is where they put the course, and so that was pretty cool. And then didn't make it very far. I didn't do very well in the actual show. I think nerves got to me. I didn't really have much of a gym to practice on.
And you fell in freezing water.
Yeah, it was about 30 degrees. I ran at about 4:30 in the morning.
Oh my God. I don't even wake up at 4. Actually, I'm going to bed at 4:30 in the morning.
There you go. And I was going to bed after that too that night, cold and heartbroken.
Oh,
It's okay. It was a cool experience. But from there, I got to go test some of the courses since I didn't do very well, make it to the next rounds. Got to go to Minneapolis, and then I got to go to Tacoma, Washington, and I got to go test Las Vegas at the Nationals. which that was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Those things are huge, scary, but
I'm intimidated.
yeah, so we are too, but that's kind of the point of it, to kind of overcome your fears and overcome the nerves and still do it. And so that's kind of the thing about it that makes it so cool, is that doing it even though you're afraid, you know.
Yeah, so coming back to Waco after all of that, what do you think about the growth that's been happening here?
It's been great, and obviously I come back to visit family, and I graduated in 2003. I'm pretty old, but a lot has changed since 2003. So coming back to see, you know, going to Lubbock and staying away for a couple months at a time, you know, probably 6 months at a time. It's not exactly down the road. So,
That
you know.
7-hour drive, and then after halfway, there's just nothing, and then you hit the McDonald's, and there really is nothing.
Yep.
So.
Yep. It's only 6.5 for me. You probably
okay.
don't drive as fast as I do, though.
No, I do not.
No, I probably don't need to say that in front of my mom. She doesn't like when I drive fast.
You got to get there. That's the problem.
Yeah, Vicky don't like that.
Vicky doesn't like that.
We have her in the studio
I don't
here.
care how old he is. She still doesn't like it.
30 years old. She don't care.
Nope.
Yeah. But it's been great. The growth in Waco has been fantastic. I mean, Waco's a great city, and to see kind of the growth happening, but still have that small town feel, has been pretty cool to see it. I come back and see something new every time. It seems like, wow, we got to go check that out now, you know? So it's been cool. It's been a lot of fun to see it watch it grow and kind of see the big things that are coming to Waco now.
Yeah, and one of the big things is you actually bringing the American Ninja style obstacle course here.
Yeah.
So what are some other things that you would like to see happen here in Waco?
Well, you know what I'd really like to see is a rock climbing gym with a ninja gym in it.
That's a good.
Vice versa, kind of a 2-in-1 with maybe like a coffee bar or something in there, a kombucha bar.
Oh yeah, us Wacoans love our coffee bars.
We do.
We got one on every corner.
I do. I'm an original Wacoan because I love me some coffee. Something like that I think would do really well in Waco because there's nothing like that, you know, and like a kids section, there's not a lot of stuff for kids to do here. There is, but for inside that style of, you know, you have a trampoline park, but you don't have like a rock climbing ninja style gym. I would really like to see that. So any investors that are thinking about it, holler at me.
If you're listening to the show,
Right.
slide in his DMs.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
All right, yeah. Well, now is the portion of the show where we do shout outs. Is there anyone you want to shout out?
Shout out. Got to shout out my family. Elaine and Bryce Rusink with little nephew Rory, who's a part of the No Limitations. Give a huge shout out to No Limitations. Gosh, the stuff that they do for our kiddos is amazing. I mean, the community, once you see it, I hope you come out Saturday. Once you see those kiddos, I mean, they have volunteers that help these guys get around and show them and help them with whatever adapters they need. I mean, tremendous what No Limitations does. So huge shout out to No Limitations. Shout out to Extra Crew Event Center for helping us host us, put it on. And then my guy, Jared Greer at Overcoming Obstacles is his ministry. Jared Greer at Overcoming Obstacles. The guy was on the show with me 3 times. He's been on one more time than me, but without him, we couldn't have done this. No, it's all good. I'm just learning from him. It's what it is. So without him, couldn't have done it. So huge thanks to all of those people and coming together this weekend. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I have a lot of hope for it. We've got a lot of support so far. People saying they're real excited about it. So
yeah, and tell me how people can sign up for the event.
So you can go on the Extra Grow Event Center website, and the link will be on there to take you to the Eventbrite to sign up for it. And you can also follow my Instagram page. Its link is in the bio to my Instagram page as well. You can kind of see more about it on my Instagram page. I've tried to do a decent job of putting together some videos and some different things where it explains the event because it's kind of confusing, kind of laid out. There's a lot going on that day, but I try to break it down to where you know exactly who's invited, you know how to sign up, things like that. So Extra Go Event Center website and as well my Instagram page.
Yeah, and where can we find you at?
So I am at The Track Ninja. That's my handle.
Alias.
My alias. It's also my Instagram handle, at The Track Ninja. Or you can just search Justin Hobbs on, Instagram, and I'll pop up there. So those are probably the two best places. Or Facebook, also Justin Hobbs on Facebook, or No Limitations Waco on Facebook. And that will take you to many, many, many links and posts on the event where you can find out how to sign up.
Yeah, and is there anything else you want to share with us today?
Yes, I want to tell you that walk-ups are welcome. So if you aren't signing up, you don't know if you're going to be able to make it, you're always welcome to walk up even after we start. We'll be going throughout the afternoon. So please feel free to bring your family last minute if you can't sign up pre-event. Please feel free to also walk up. You can sign up right there, sign your waiver, and get to it.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us.
It's so cool. Thank you.
Thank you for tuning into this week's podcast. This is your host, Debbie, signing off. Now that you know, go! Just go, Waco!
This has been a Rogue Media podcast. Frozen, Frozen, heroes. Gonna tell you about Frozen, Frozen, heroes. Gonna tell you about.
Hey, I'm Zach,
And I'm Mike.
and we have a fantastic new podcast to tell you about. Bros, Foes, and Heroes. It's the two of us looking into the world of comics, breaking down some characters that you may have never heard of, and some that are just absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, so Zach comes up with a character each time, and I go into it just completely blind. I don't know who this person is or what their abilities are or anything, and basically I guess we kind of go over their origin story and just some of the ridiculous stuff that maybe, especially Golden Age stuff.
Oh, Golden Age stuff is always the best, and we will make sure to highlight all of the shenanigans and just absolute weirdness of everything.
Yeah, that's right. So subscribe today and follow us on Instagram at Bros Foes Heroes.
And if you don't, I know where you live. Not really, but please subscribe.
Frozen, Frozen, heroes. Gonna tell you about Frozen, Frozen, heroes. Gonna tell you about.
Welcome to One Star Rewind, a new podcast about those dreaded one-star reviews that every business owner hates to receive, but yet every customer loves to read. During this podcast, we will peel back that one-star review to better understand how it happened, when it happened, and what the business owner is doing after receiving that one-star review. This podcast will be about love, hate, and laughter. On One Star Rewind, we will meet with real business owners who will tell their stories and how they do rely on reviews for their business. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, or download us at roguemedianetwork.com. Please subscribe, but only rate and review for not a one-star review. Join us each time for a new review and a new story.